Hi everyone, thank you for joining us today. I'm Mercedes Van Pelt, your local realtor specializing in the South Bay, and I'm joined today by John Forbes with Farmers Insurance, and he's here to share some information about what you should know about your homeowner's insurance policy, whether you're a first-time buyer or you've owned a home for several years and have just never pulled out that policy to even look and see what you have. So thank you, John, for joining us.
Oh, thank you very much for having me, Mercedes. Excited to be here.
Thank you. So what do you think people should know?
Well, I think what's most important is that no matter whether you're just buying out, as you said, or you've had a home for a while, you sit down with your agent every few years and take a look at your policy. So we're going to kind of cover the top 5 things that I find in my reviews for customers, and just things that you want to be aware of to make sure you're properly covered. Most people's homes are their largest asset, especially here in the South Bay.
Absolutely.
So you want to make sure that you're not surprised in the event of a catastrophic loss.
Right.
The first thing that we look at is your dwelling reconstruction cost. How much is your home insured for? Most of us get a policy when we buy our house, we impound it in a loan, we never look at it again.
Right.
Building costs have gone up dramatically. In our area, we should be using at least $250 a square foot for a basic house,
okay,
plus extended replacement coverage costs. If your home is nicer, if you've done some different things to it, that might be different.
Right.
But that's sort of the base level that you want to look at. Very easy to calculate.
Perfect.
Second piece is changes, additions, improvements. Most of us invest in our properties. We add on a bathroom or a bedroom.
Right.
We put in custom flooring. We've done some crazy remodels, and we never tell our agent.
All good remodels.
Yeah, all good. Great stuff.
Yeah.
But if you don't tell your agent about that,
right,
you may be underinsured.
Gotcha.
So you may have not even had $250 per square foot to begin with. You've done these beautiful remodels. You've spent $100,000, $200,000+
right,
on these things, and all of a sudden,
yeah, you don't even have that coverage.
You're underinsured.
Right.
So that's a very important one to mention to your agent as you do them or under review.
Okay.
The third one is separate structure coverage.
Okay.
So most people don't even pay attention to that. It's just a standard coverage. Standard coverage, it comes with every policy.
Okay.
It's usually 10% of your reconstruction cost, and it's meant to cover things like detached garages,
okay,
outdoor kitchens, swimming pools. We don't really have barns. We don't even have yards here usually.
Right. But that's okay. We've got the beach, right? That's why we all want to live in the South Bay.
But it's called separate structure coverage.
Perfect. I had no idea. I learn something new every time I talk to him about insurance. It's truly why I had him join us today.
Thank you.
Go ahead.
Next one is backup sewer and drain coverage.
Okay.
That's an excluded peril on every policy from every insurance company.
Right.
So if you have a sewer and drain backup from the street into your home,
right,
takes out your walls, your nice hardwood floors,
right,
that's excluded. You have to have a separate coverage level for that.
Okay.
It just needs to be added into your policy. And depending on what your home is like, what your flooring's like, $10, $15, $20, $50,000 worth of coverage for there is not expensive to get.
Right.
But it's not covered if you don't have it.
Okay. That's really important because a lot of the homes here in the South Bay could have been built, you know, early 1900s, a lot in the 1950s, and those sewage lines are getting old. And to note, I think sometimes we think they're covered by the city if there's a problem, and they're not. And then if you also don't have them in your own home insurance policy, it could be a lot of money out of pocket.
Yeah, number 5, last property coverage is for condo, townhome owners, HO6s. We see a lot of these here come in that have no building coverage or very small building coverage limits.
Okay.
They think that their master policies cover it from their homeowners association.
Right.
Those do not cover improvements. Okay. So if you put flooring or cabinetry or any other nice fixtures in there, you need building coverage on those policies.
Okay.
Again, very inexpensive to add, but we have a lot of water damage claims we see come through with some very unhappy customers that look at those policies and go,
that's the last thing you want to have happen.
Why, I'm not covered?
Yeah.
So it's, again, very simple to check, very simple to add. Talk to your agent, bring in your CC&Rs and your master policy, and just have them do a quick condo review for you if you have those.
And if you don't have anybody to talk to, just call John. We'll have his information for you to be able to follow up with you. So that's wonderful. So any final words or thoughts that people should know about?
Just one last tip, and that is take a few minutes, take your phone, go through your entire house and videotape or film every room. Open up your cabinets, your closets, tape all of your contents in there.
Okay.
We've seen a lot of challenges with some of these recent fire catastrophes through there where people just don't have any inventory of their property. They've lost everything. It's taking longer to get these claims settled.
Okay.
So take that, back it up on your iCloud account or wherever you store things, and You're
and
set.
It's there forever, and you can access it when you need it. And hopefully
Absolutely.
you never will, but in case you did, right?
Yep.
It's important. So, wonderful. Well, thank you, John, for sharing this information with everybody. I hope you found it as beneficial as I have. If you want to reach John, you can call him at
310-356-0730.
And what's your email address?
And our email address here is jforbes, Forbes, @farmersagent.com.
Perfect. Wonderful. Thank you, everyone, for joining us, and have a wonderful day.
Thank you so much.